So welcome all. Today we are going to see something about instruction format. We already know that an instruction is a sequence of binary literals, right? So here what we have to understand is what are the parts of this binary sequence responsible for what thing and what it means and why are they there, right? So basically in this total instruction format you will understand the layout, right? Format can be also understood as layout. With the layout means it can be understood as internal structure, right? So basically what happens in an instruction, let us fix some size for this particular instruction. As it is a sequence of instruction. So 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 whatever something. Okay. Shall we fix the size? Okay, let us fix the size as 32-bit. We are just fixing for our understanding. We are not saying that this always the instruction has to be of 32-bit. No, it will depend on the processor to processor. It will completely change. It may be of 18-bit or it may be 32-bit or it may be 64-bit. No issues. Here, let us discuss it is 32-bit instruction. It means some part of this instruction may be opcode and rest of the part will be operand or address of operand. Okay. So later on when we will see the more details on this format, then we will come to know about how it is address of operand and operand. Okay, sometimes this sequence of bits may be operand itself or sometimes it may be the address of operand. So let me say this is opcode you have and then address of operand you have. So in this format, when we try to understand instruction format, we understand that there are these two important things in the particular sequence of bits instruction. This is particular instruction. So one instruction will have some part as opcode and rest as address of operand. It may be 8-bit, 7-bit, 10-bit, whatever it is. But let me understand, if it is 8-bit, what does it mean? If at all it is 8-bit, then it will have to be connected with a decoder. This decoder will transform this 8-bit into 2 to the power 8 outputs. Okay. So depending on this, suppose let me name it as D0, D1 to in this way, D255. Okay. So this says that there are 256 possible instructions. Which means the processor which has been designed with this kind of instruction format is supporting 256 different instructions. So now, depending on the number of instructions your processor is supporting, you may have different size of this particular opcode. Okay. So here you have to understand that this instruction, here you have the bits to represent what operation a particular processor has to perform. Okay. So you can also understand this is in encoded binary form. Okay, this is in encoded binary form. Okay, so your operation which is to be performed is in encoded form. So this is something that you have to understand. So based on the operation supported by the processor, the length of the opcode field is restricted. All the instructions are in encoded binary sequence because it will reduce the size of the instruction, right? Suppose for 256 instructions, only 8 bits are enough, right? Now this D0, D1, D3, okay, if at all it is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? All the 8 bits are 0, then thus this D0 will be activated and the rest of this will not be activated, right? So this means this instruction was read and this opcode was decoded, and after decoding any one of the pin will have enable signal, right? So if D0 has the signal, then it tells the ALU, what do you say, that certain operation is to be performed. Which operation? This operation associated to this particular code. Okay. So this association between a particular operation and this particular sequence of bit will be called as binding. So this binding is basically the learning process of this particular processor. So we are teaching the processor, then whenever the opcode is this, you have to perform this particular operation. If at all the sequence is this, then you have to perform this particular operation. Okay, so this will be called as binding. And for this binding, the software persons are not responsible. It is the part of design. It will be decided at the design time of the processor. Okay, so this is something that we have to understand about the instruction. So basically what we have learned today is instruction will be a sequence of bits, and some part of this bit will be opcode, okay, and the rest part will be your operand or data, address of operand, whatever you say. Okay, so there you will have your I should say decoder. Depending on the number of bits you are getting, these particular bits will be converted, okay, n into 2 to the power n, and there will be different possible signals, and some signal will be activated, and these all will be connected to a particular ALU, and depending on the generated signal, this ALU will understand which operation it has to perform. Okay, and then considering the data, it will produce the output. Okay, this is what you have to understand about the instruction format and how it works. Okay, so this was something that we have seen in this video. We will see something more. Maybe we will start with performance evaluation of computers in the next video. Thank you.